Why would Keef, if he's cool with Dirk, and also just out of Chicago solidarity, be with NBA Youngboy in the studio? Why would he do that? A lot of people in Chicago didn't like that. Now, Chief Keef honestly hasn't been back to Chicago in a long time. When he finally got out, he got out. I've told you the story that supposedly happened. It apparently, the BDs around him tried to run down on him. They tried to rob him, or they supposedly did. Now, the story goes, there was some BDs that were associated with Keef that they were saying they wanted Keef to pay for some bonds. The story goes that Keef told him, I ain't got it. I ain't got that right now. Ironic, because Keef was starting to make a lot of money. There is supposedly a important but an inflection point in that whole saga, because there's a video where Chief Keef is flashing money in an Instagram video, but he's saying, I ain't got it, I'm broke. And supposedly, I don't know if I can find the video, supposedly that pissed off all of the gang members who was really on his side. And this is the interesting part. Remember, Chief Keef left Chicago, which this is why this is all ironic. Chief Keef leaves Chicago because essentially his own homies try to pull a move on him. While Vaughn was alive, Vaughn would explain, remember, Vaughn is also from OBlock, the real intricate details of it, leading some to speculate maybe Vaughn didn't get along with Keef. We never really seen the synergy with them. However, Vaughn has now died, and subsequently later, Keef supposedly has dated Vaughn's sister. This is all like a cluster, people. I think Vaughn's perspective, and I think Vaughn learned from Keef. Remember when Vaughn got his bread, he brought 100,000 back to OBlock to like bust down, right? And I guess like, you know, he learned from the Keef thing to say, hey, listen, yo, the reason why Keef's not here no more, and Keef basically had to skedaddle, he thought he got bigger than the program, that his money was his money and he didn't have to keep funding all of the fuck shit that basically created him. Yo, Fruit Jams in the chat, what up?